the show. Welcome to this segment of Hanging Out with Temi. My name is Temi Ajayi, and I've got the ladies with me. Miss Greatness, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking.
Are you doing very well? You're a little bit calm and cool. I don't know what that is about. You are
I
too.
have always been cool and calm.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that's true. But I will go further. What I'm trying to say. Heidi, how are you?
I'm really good, Temi. Thank you so much. I think Liz, I'm gonna describe her as cool and outrageous. I like her outrageousness.
It's
She's not calm. I don't see Liz as calm.
but the way I'm looking at her now, she's looking a little, you know,
She looks
contained.
a little bit
Like
collected.
something
Like
like that. Like
she's
this. Usually she's crazy. Oh my goodness.
yes,
She's crazier. I meant to say she's usually crazier. But
yes.
anyway, this is
Wow, I
us.
don't know what that means, but maybe I'm growing, am I?
Oh, thank God you are growing. It will be expected that you grow at some stage. No,
Yes.
it's only the season. I know it's only today. This will not
Okay.
last for a long time before you go back going crazy. But it's been an amazing week. The time just go very quickly, and I
Yeah.
don't know where it's going. Like really slow down. It's however, in August, ladies, August usually my birthday month. I always go crazy, but also this month I've been cool.
I
And
can see that. I can
yeah,
actually tell that. Yeah.
you can see that, right?
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
really toned down with regards to your birthday. It's always a fanfare. It starts from the 1st of August, and we just hear, your course that you're celebrating with, and all the updates that come with that. And yeah, too busy to realize some people are busy organizing a surprise party for you.
Oh, I know these surprises is too much. But
Yeah.
I must say, that I'm really grateful to God. I'm truly, absolutely grateful the way the Lord has favored me with good friends, good family. I'm every time I wake up, and I'm really grateful. I don't know what I've done to deserve this from God, but God, I'm truly grateful. I've been so blessed. I mean, even for the birthday, like I'm not doing it. Apparently, some people are planning something, and I said, "Don't plan anything. Help me towards the village maternity hospital." And they said, "Don't worry, we're still going to help you towards that, but we still need to have something for you." I'm grateful. But and I saw your comments, Liz. Thank you so much for that, because I saw what you said. When I came back, my heart just bleeds, because I don't know how people. It just looks at what happened in the centuries back, that sort of maternity. But I've been telling some people, and they said few places are like that. Also, is because you don't go there. You don't go to your village. You That's your village, but you never lived there. You never ever lived there, and you never been to places. But this time I was privileged to be able to go, and people have been helping. Guess even our friend, ladies, a friend of the show who is in the on the hospital bed, donated. She has not worked for a month. There's no money coming in. Actually, money is going out. And she's donated something towards that. And I just pray that God will people. Can you believe it? God will replenish your cause. God will get you out of that bed out quickly, and even help us. We come towards you. I pray in Jesus' name. So, also, if people donate towards that, we are giving them invoices. It's been going out to people, so you can claim it on your tax return as well, because we're doing it through our Empower, our
Yeah.
organization. So it's there's an accountability there. Well,
Mm.
that's it for me. Thank you so much. Anything, ladies, that you want to share that has happened in the course of the week? Somebody says
Um,
something to us.
Yeah, it's been a an interesting week in so many different ways. I was really sick last week, and the only way I
Yes.
could get better was to start feeling the feels and sitting with the emotions, which is great. So I was able to face that and sit with that, and to move things around inside me, and how important it is to be used as vessels. We are vessels where emotions and thoughts can come through us, and we don't need to hold on to anything. And it's only when we want to hold on to something or we want to resist it that we fall sick. But if
Hmm.
we are just allowing the allowance, it's in the power of the allowance that that there's so much power into allowing emotions to come through us. Yeah, so I'm really glad that this revealed itself to me. And during the course of the past 3 weeks as well, I have been faced with a different challenge with my daughters, and I'm noticing more and more some of the things that the girls have felt like they are challenged from me, and they actually called in one of our coaches friends, and then she was able to um negotiate a situation between me and my daughters. And it's just such a humbling experience to
Wow.
be able to sit there and to be a client to a friend who is a coach, and for her to show me that my my behavior that has been not serving me and not serving the girls, to be able to acknowledge it. And this is one of the things that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, because it's going to help a lot in today's topic, and it's going to help a lot in lots of ways in life. I have had a complex equivalence in my head that fun equals irresponsibility.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Now,
Uh-oh.
I don't know why that started. I don't know where that started from, but in my head, there is an association between fun, having fun, and being irresponsible.
Right.
Now, there I'm still unpacking, so I'm not able to say much on to this, but I would love to know your input, Temi and Liz. Is this something that you've ever imagined or resonated with, or thought of, or is this how you were brought up, or anything like that? Is it just me?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, so good, Heidi. So good. Firstly, can I recognize that your children are amazing?
Thank you.
Those your children, they've got, I'm telling you, they got it right. Those kids are amazing. For them to know where to go, to challenge their mom and to go the right way, their mates, they throw the towels, they throw tantrum. They can just say, I'm just going to avoid this, I can't do it, because they've been putting up with you forever. My kids have been putting up with me forever. And there's a little to which they can take, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
these days, Heidi, can I say to you, one lady came to me today, we are talking about this amount of kids that have moved out
Oh,
because the parents, I mean, kudos to you too, because you show the kids the way to go. You have shown them. If you have not created an environment of the coach, the support system, they wouldn't know where to go. They might
yes.
go to the wrong people that is not culturally sensitive, or even really family related either, that understand the culture. So you have prepared them for life, really. So thank God for that. And also thank God for them that they took that in, and they understand. You don't know what that means. That means it's priceless. So thank God. I'm
Mm,
really happy. In fact, I can sit on that. I'm really, really grateful that these girls know the way to go. Number one. Number two, what you're talking about, fun and irresponsibility, that's how I was raised up. In my culture, Your parents only just send you an errand, go and cook, go and clean. You watching TV? No, there's nothing like that. You want to go with your friends? No. And I did a
Yeah.
bit of that as well. So this is how we were brought up. However, I've changed now. Opposite is mine. Me, I want to have fun and no play. I've changed totally. I've reversed it, and now again they think I'm irresponsible because you can't just play your life away. Because I remember my husband will always say to me, "Do you think life is always about fun?" And I said, "Honey, it's all about fun. Life is too short." So this is my saying. I say it every time. I guess since my mother died in 1990, my mother played and she had plenty of fun. In fairness, she balanced up. Fantastic woman, very rare gem. But I think that affected me to just say, I just want to live, to just have fun now. So whenever, whatever happens, I want to have fun. So really, I think balancing is where we need to go. Either way, you can't just play away life and don't work, and you can't just say just work, 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 and task, and no fun. It's about balancing. So I'm glad that you brought that topic and the kids sought you out. And I'm glad when the kids saw me out, I'm like, oh my gosh, they now like my mother, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Liz, I'll let you go because I can sit on this topic. I really love those books. I
Oh,
love
well,
those.
I think you've said it. What the only contribution I would have made, Heidi, is that, growing up, the entertainment that you were introduced to, or what you would have probably called fun, may had impacted the different people you would see having the kind of entertainment or the kind of fun in a way that made you think that that was very irresponsible. So
Mhm.
you may have internalized that, and therefore build those alignments between fun and being irresponsible. You yourself are not a girl who really used to have fun growing up. You were very focused on what you
Mm.
were doing, and because of that, I think from where you said, it was very easy to observe what you call as fun happening outside your walls, and the impact it has. And therefore, the more reason you were also telling yourself you're not going there. You know what I mean? So I think that's where you need to unpack yourselves from. That's where you need to start the disconnection that you need to develop, um, and then that's basically all I would contribute towards what's coming up for me, because
All right.
even in my life, I literally grew up in church, and the time I would think I'm going out for fun was following my elder sisters or elder nieces, as a matter of fact, to dancing, and that has always never ended well. We would either run back because some guys are chasing us, or
Yeah.
yeah. So and at the end of the day, you sit down and think, why did I even follow them?
Mm.
So yeah.
You're
Mm.
It's a very good one, and I think we should actually talk about this in the future because, Liz, you're correct. Growing up, when we play, you can get pregnancy, you can get abused. Play is like you're frivolous, you are getting loose. That's what we think play is, but it's
And
not like that.
play fun these days is, they've got so many options. They've got
Yeah.
Mm.
such a variety of what they can do, which we
And
did not have.
do
I
you know
know.
now, ID? Now they say learn through play. That is what they're teaching children in this country now from prep. You have to learn through play. It's actually the key thing. Every child in every child care and schools, they learn through play, by the way.
Yeah.
So, but interesting. I like that. There you go. Will be another topic for us. Let us go on a quick break because today I really want us to unpack few things. We go on a quick break. I'll be back. welcome back on the show. We were just doing our, banting, whatever you want to call it. But today we've got a fantastic topic. I'm looking forward to it. No, but anyway,
I am.
I know Heidi is. She's like, no, no, no. However, from last week we got a couple of comments, but I saw one just then. But this one says, "I'm just surprised you are all talking about men, and no man is here to speak for themselves. I don't consider this fair." So last week we talked about men cheating, and so the men were talking about why do you say that, talk about the men without the women there. So today we're going to be talking about women. So I think that will make you happy. And then another comment came to say that thanks to these powerful ladies for all your discussions on this topic. It's food for thought to all on issue of sex education being taught in our churches. Yes, it is very important. Thank you all for operating in the wisdom of God. There is no two-way about it. Abstinence is what the Bible teaches. Abstinence. All right. Thank you so much for your comment. There is another one from Soji, but I can't find that right now. And I think that was okay. Something there. Uh, why do women cheat? Do women cheat? Oh dear. I think I may be biased actually. So then I will not. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it, but I must say though, I looked into why women will cheat, and I looked at the five love languages that women look for. They look for word of affirmation. I don't want to miss any one of them. Quality time, receiving gifts, act of service, physical touch, all that. I think if women get that, they will not cheat. You reckon? I don't know. We're very. I think women are very simple. They ask for just they're very straightforward. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, but I actually think that is true. That women sometimes, if they love you, they just love you. They love you crazy. They just stay, and whatever they ask for, like attention, emotional support, you know, they will stay with you even when they beat them. They stay there because they still getting one thing or the other. They stay in relationship. So I really don't know much about. But Heidi, do you think if they get those five things that I spelled out, they will not cheat? Do women cheat? What is
Where, who do you think the men go and cheat with?
they
Not the
could
aliens.
they could be single parents, those ones. They could be single girls, not married people.
No, Temi. Women do cheat. Yes, they are less in percentage, but they do cheat. Okay,
Wow.
when they don't find what they need in the relationship, they go and find it somewhere else. And by the way, when they cheat, it's not about sex. It's not a physical relationship as much as it is an emotional relationship. Okay, so women cheat emotionally first and foremost. They want to run away to a man that understands, that lets them be, that is able to give them the emotions they need. Women are not looking for money, are not looking for materialistic things. They are not looking for sex. They are not looking for any
Mhm.
of that. Women want security.
Mhm.
They want support. And if their men, if their husbands, if their partners don't give them that, and they are unable to give that to themselves because of any reason, they
Mhm.
go and find it somewhere else. And look, it's so important that we understand that, these men, they actually go and cheat with other women. Now these women could be married, could be in other relationships, could be, in and out of relationships. We can't define who these men go and cheat with, but they do cheat with women, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, the percentage is like if it's 20% for men, it's about 13-14% for women. Yes, it's less, but it happens. Okay, there's so many reasons. Like when I researched why do women cheat,
Hmm.
okay, there's so many reasons. They give you 10, 12, 15 reasons, and I've got
Really?
them down here. We can discuss them. But I can tell you that for most women, they go and find someone to give them a little bit of sense of security and support.
Just a little bit, any atom. Okay, so it's
Yes,
not that they. So I may be right because any support, anything, little thing, they will stay with you. I think, like you're right. The men just go for just no reason. They, like you say, hunter and primitive,
yes, yes,
because of their primitive thinking and all that. They will go and have the best of the best at home, and then they go to the least of the least. As it's just frustrating. Well, it's not about men today; it's about the women. One of the things that I saw when I tried to research it was boredom. That women will cheat because they bored. Liz,
Um,
boredom. I don't know.
yeah, well, boredom definitely could be one of the reasons, because of, creation. We were created with what the men needs to be
Mhm.
able to be supported and helped with. And if that enabling environment is not provided for you to, give of who you are, then eventually, you can make yourself busy and useful in the environment, but you will eventually find an environment out there, because we are connecting with people, we are engaging with so many different people, and you may find in your engagement some sort of an alignment with somebody out there who you know who fits within what you have to provide at that level.
Mm,
And before you know it, that alignment, that connection develops into something else. And sometimes you don't necessarily know it's because it's underutilized from where you come from. You just find yourself connecting. That kind of analysis will only come when you, for instance, sit down with a coach that delayers it for you, to be able to show you how it happens and why it happens that you found that connection with this person on the outside. I also wanted to look into, what was it? One aspect that I wanted to bring in terms of why women cheat, because I think women don't necessarily start out by cheating.
okay.
There is you know some mistake that men make, um, by overselling themselves when they are proposing, um, and also setting a precedence that this is who I am. I'm sure you will attest to this, that when the man is proposing or during courtship, he is so available. You can talk until wee hours of the morning, and you sometimes only have 3 2 3 hours to sleep, and you will wake up the following morning feeling contented and fulfilled and energized, simply because of that um, discourse that you had with a man of your dreams, over the last, I don't know how many hours. And that does not even change when you start your day. You go and see, oh, there's a good morning text that come through. and the conversation just starts and takes off. They set that precedence that this is how available and this is how much I can provide in terms of that emotional connection and moral support. And you get hooked to this.
Mhm.
Get married to the men. It goes. What happened? This is what got me here.
Mm.
I'm here for this. But
Right.
now that we settle down to be able to now enjoy that little bit, because according to us, that's just a glimpse of what you can see when you get in there,
Quality
So you
time.
you
Quality
you
time.
you come here looking for, the whole arm, because all you got was just this little bit. And when you're there, you're like,
Where is the man
where
gone?
did
No,
it
I'm
go?
looking.
Yeah, yeah, but it all comes back to what we said last week, ladies. Remember what we said, that the
Yeah.
man is a hunter? So him staying up all night talking,
Just
okay,
want to get
and
a key.
exploring the woman, and this is all in preparation for the hunting. This is all in the process of, this is me hunting, this is the man hunting, this is the process of hunting. So as soon as the woman is his, he relaxes, he goes, okay, well, she's mine now.
Well,
And that's where the
I had
cheating
an
comes
issue with
in. The
that, and
consequence of that, the
I don't think
consequence of that
that's not right.
is the
Like,
woman going out looking for exactly what he has shown you can have.
I feel you because I'm one of those. Let's go on a break. I'll be back. Welcome back on the show. We are talking about why do women cheat, and last week it was why men cheat. But Liz was talking about we sometimes women get sucked in to something, so they presented a package to the women as if I'm available and I'm emotionally there, and then you get home, it's like, I don't have time. Well, I was a victim of that. I've always been talking all my life, and my husband gave me the impression of, I like the way you talk, because he wasn't talking. He was almost not talking. I was not talking. Anyway, and then we got married. Then he will say, can you postpone that talk till tomorrow? Can we talk about it every day tomorrow? We kept on pushing. The one yesterday is pushed tomorrow, and then tomorrow is pushed. When are we going to talk this talk? He's like, I'll never forget when he said to me, my mouth is sore. I've spoken too much at work.
Oh,
Yes, this is my own reality. You went to work, you've spoken to people at work, and so you can't talk to me. I mean, like, who am I going to talk to? But I quickly grew up, and so I break my talk. I realize that sometimes in every day I get too many things to talk about. So now I prioritize my talk and think, which one am I going to tell him today? But now, even sometimes he misses out on some important talk, because I'm like, I've spoken two, I have five. Maybe I should leave the other one. And then a month later, I said, you didn't even tell me about it. Yes. So now you have to, like, make me talk, otherwise you miss an important talk. But I thought I would throw that in. Yeah, sometimes you get that, but you need to know how to package yourself. But if it's like really bad, like the percentage is like, I'd still talk about 60%, I keep 40. You know what I mean, Liz? But if you can't talk, or you only have to say 10%, then you'll be looking out to somebody to talk to. And God forbid that you're talking to somebody outside, and then, like you said, you're not preparing to go and cheat, and that turns to cheating, which is one of the things that I was discussing with a lady today, and she told me that in that case, we talked about scenario like this, and she said, in that case, is Is she cheating? Because all she was doing was talking. And then she also said, because at home she wasn't able to talk at length with this husband that is at home, then she would talk. But I hope what we've just discussed, she will hear that, because sometimes you didn't go out with the intention to go and cheat. But when you're emotionally diverging everything into a man who is not your husband, you never know. Like, men are hunter. They said they just wait for you until one day that you're very vulnerable, and then they will take advantage of that. So I think it's cheating. If you're saying, discussing some concrete things that you need to discuss with your husband, and you're telling somebody who is not your husband, I feel really think you're cheating. But she said, what if the man is not readily available to me at all at home? Am I cheating? This my mind was, you're cheating. What do you reckon, Liz? Do you think she's cheating?
Look, the definition is the same. It does not matter, what the circumstances are. If you're cheating, you're cheating. Circumstances may justify, but let's not tone it down. Sin is sin. It does not matter, whether the circumstances are right and whatever. But let's call it cheating. If you've cheated, you've cheated. So whatever it is that you've done, I want to say, also in terms of, the finding a prayer partner in somebody's husband,
Hmm.
that's equally very dangerous.
Prayer partner, did you say?
Yes,
You think you're
like
doing
like
godly thing?
yeah. I mean, like if Bumi now becomes the person who prays for me, and we start praying together, and there's that emotional connection that happens between the two of you through that transaction. So I think we may not realize how innocent some of these things look like, but eventually that connection that develops becomes stronger with every prayer session that we have,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because now
because we also start sharing. I start testifying what the Lord has done after the last prayer. Yeah.
you're cheeky.
And it just grows and grows and grows, and before we know it ends up in something that you didn't really think it's actually what you were developing.
Wow, that's true. That is very true, because I listened to some of the pastors that married today. And most of them, they were praying for these ladies before they ended up marrying them. They were even praying for them about their relationship. They're praying for them about the boyfriend they had, or about the situation, and then God showed them that this person you're praying for is actually your wife. So there is emotional connection there, because these women, they have a void that they could fill. So what you're saying is right. But most godly, truly godly men of God, they always bring their wives in. They don't pray for you. I know that in Nigeria with my godfather, when we go, my reverend mother was like a Margaret Thatcher. She was a no nonsense woman. She tells us off, and she does everything. So people don't want to go to see her. We will line up like 20 people to see daddy, only 2 people to see mommy. Mommy will come out and say, "Excuse me, what are you saying, man of God for?" There we go. What are you saying? She'll kick everybody out of the line and say, "You're not seeing daddy." No, only one person sees daddy. All the women come to me. So the pastor's wife too needs to be very alert. Don't close your eyes and cover your head and say you're praying. No, you need to be, and you need to be partnering with your husband in this journey of kingdom. But yeah, you're right. No prayer partner. No, I will be your prayer partner. Don't worry about my husband. Leave him alone. To pray to God is fine. But one there's a question I want to not the questions. We were also I got an indication that sometimes some men, they actually know that their women are cheating, but because they're poor, they close their eyes so that the women will go and bring money. I You know, the man can close his eyes, but it's not the one that is being abused. You're being used like a piece of rubbish. That is like a trade or something. Why, as a woman, I just want to say this, that think twice. If your husband knows that you're doing something that is devoiding of your dignity for his own selfish end, don't do it. He doesn't love, they say, oh, he loves me. He knows that I have to do it because of my family, because I guess this will be in a third world country, you reckon? I believe, because like in places where we live, there is social security. If you're that poor and if you're a citizen of the country or permanent, they will look after you, they will look after your children and everything. You don't need to go sell yourself because you want to feed your family. So that broke my heart when I heard that the men will close their eyes and just let their wives go because they want to feed. Is that greedy or what? Heidi? That's greediness or what?
Yeah. So Temi, I actually believe that relationships come in all shapes and forms.
Oh my
Not
God.
one relationship is the same. Okay. So if we are talking about even people that are married,
Mm-hmm.
okay, they somehow, I don't know how this happens, and I'm not here to judge that, or I'm not here to talk about that in any, kind of disrespectful way. But some people have open relationships
Okay.
where other
That's
women, like, like in the relationship, I am married to a man, and the two of us are allowed to see other people, and this is called an open relationship. And
true.
I have seen people in this relationships, and they're very happy and they're very satisfied and content, and everything is going exactly how they designed it to go. Look, this is their relationship, and it's according to them, it's all good. And in so many different ways right now, our society is going through a new formation of what a family unit is and what a family unit looks like, what is meant by a family. So,
Right.
in so many different ways, we just need to acknowledge that sometimes we don't need to understand, but it makes sense to them. So, in so many different ways, lots of relationships I don't understand, but it makes sense to them. I don't understand how a man can see his wife, for example, like you said, she's going away to see another man to bring in some resources and money and all of that to the family, and he's fine with that. He's okay with that. Maybe, I don't know what to call it. I'm not gonna call it greed. I'm not gonna call it, you know, anything. I'm just gonna call it. It makes sense to them. But now, are they all happy and healthy?
That's the
Is the
question.
relationship actually serving what it's there for? Is the actual unit of the family happy and healthy and balanced? And if it's all right to them, then it's okay to them. You know, people like, for example, I spoke about the Mormon guy before,
Yeah,
right?
with
Met
with the
in-
four wives.
He had 4 wives, 10 children, and 4 grandchildren. Now this man, he is living in harmony, which I don't understand. He lives
Yeah.
in harmony with 4 wives. His 4 wives are living, like, 2 of them actually are living in the same house together.
Mhm.
Together. They are looking after the kids together. When one
Mm.
is sick, I will look after the whole family as a wife. And not just that, I'm happy to share my man with my, I don't know what to call it,
Mm.
like that lady. I'm happy to share my man with that. And then on the weekend, he's also going to we're going to share our man to someone else who lives somewhere else. And then to someone else, and so on. Now I don't understand that. I'm not here to make sense of it, but I'm just saying that in general, relationships come in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. And if it works well for them, well, so be it. But
Mhm.
if it's not working well for them, then we look at reasons why it's not working. And maybe, just maybe, if it's not working, there could be something out of balance. And if
Hmm.
it's out of balance, then we need to look at what are the components that are making it out of balance. And by the way, this man is not cheating
Yeah, you
at
said it
all.
last week.
He's
Yeah,
not cheating.
he's actually not cheating. Yeah.
So that woman that you spoke about before, Temi, is she cheating?
Hmm.
Is she cheating? Her husband knows, her partner knows that she is with another man for a reason. Now is she cheating?
No, she's not.
She's not. She's not
Wow.
cheating. He knows, she knows, the other guy knows. So that is not considered cheating. Cheating is done when I'm hiding something. Cheating
That's
is
Right.
right.
done when I'm not disclosing. Cheating
Right.
is done when I'm not honest and authentic about it. But if I'm authentic and I am, telling everyone and I'm honest and I'm exposing myself and everything I'm doing, then that's not cheating.
That's right.
Hmm, that's true. That is true. And you took us to a place where you talked about where we are. The world we're living now is a
Yes.
very weird world. Really, things are, because I have a friend that the mother, after she's about 40, she was about 40 years at the time, and the mother decided that it was a man. But before the woman decided it was a man, she's been close to a friend that they thought was her girlfriend, but she later married the girl. So we're saying cheating is cheating only with the same sex or with opposite sex.
Now, yeah.
See that? The daughter was 40 years when she decided she was a man, and then the girlfriend that she's been close to, she ended up marrying. So really, it's a weird word. And but in this case, we're talking about something that is normal, because I'm sorry to say that for me, in my own world, is not normal. I can't be 50 years and then realize that I'm a man. I don't think, for me, that is not normal. But for them, if it's normal, so be it. But we're talking about relationship, that because I'm a Christian, so I'm operating from the Christian perspective. God created Adam and Eve. God did not create Adam and Adam, or Eve and Eve. So that's what I know, and that's the school of thought that I'm coming through. However, the topic today is, why do women cheat? Why do they cheat? And we've talked about a few reasons, maybe boredom, why they cheat, because there's a vacuum. Is that enough to cheat? Let's go on a quick break. I'll be back. Welcome back on the show. I know today's topic is a bit robust. We're going out to different types of cheating and method of cheating, but we're back to, why do women cheat? And I went to a farm. I want to talk about the story of emu. Emu is this native animal that I saw a couple of days last week or so. And the story of female emu caught my attention. Apparently, women emu will lay eggs and they go away. Highly irresponsible. They go away, they do nothing with the eggs, and the male will sit on the eggs for 8 weeks. What a good man they are. What a good man. They sit on the eggs for 8 weeks. and they hatch the eggs and they look after the chicks. How amazing. The women go frivolusing, if there's anything like that, jumping around, sleeping around, hashing eggs, and off they go. That's ridiculous. I, in my own book, the female emus are irresponsible. You sleeping with a man, laying all these eggs, and off you go. They don't even look back, they don't look after them. The poor men sit on the eggs until they're hatched. Apparently, they don't go out, they don't eat.
Wow.
They check them out. Fantastic, phenomenal thing. They just feed on the reserve that they have, their fat on their body, and if there's little peck here and there, they pick on them. Our friend, our client, had them. So we were looking at his Amy. We went to his farm and we were talking about this. Can you believe it? So if that female emu does not represent majority of women, all right, just irresponsible. The poor men are the one that are doing it. Now we're talking about the women, the human now that cheats. Why do you cheat? I had a friend who the husband was a pilot and he was never home. Never. At the time it was really bad, like 8 months off and all that. But she prayed when she was little that she wished that she marry a man that is never home. And now that she grew up, she ended up marrying somebody who is never home, and she was so down, she was depressed and all that, and the mother reminded her and said, do you know how you used to pray? But what she did was she got herself a course, she enrolled in a course, she got a job, and she became busy and looked after her children, responsible. So why will boredom? What is boredom? And I'm sorry, correct me if I'm right, as a woman, how can a woman be bored? There's more. There's a whole lot of things. Women are born to be, they created to be creative, to create something. You give them small thing, they come make it into big thing. You know how they say, Mas Moreau say, you give them a little egg, they give you a baby. You give them a little house, they give you a big home, whatever. So women, I know I'm not as good as Liz, but hey, Liz will make earring, glasses, jackets, shoes. She put buttons on everything that she could find. So, try and get something. Like I went to China and I bought all this acrylic thing to do nails, and I want to learn, I want to try. How can you be, what is boredom? Is it, I say this with my naivety mind, because I believe that nobody knows it all. I'm genuinely just pouring out that. Can you be bored as an individual? And how easily can you get out of your boredom? How do we talk to that if a woman is bored? Heidi, you said when women cheat, they're not looking for sex. You're looking for attention, you are looking for something. Is it possible to divert that thing to something else so you're not bored?
Yes, of course. They made so. This is what This is how what I was saying in the start is leading to today's conversation. Because look, I have self-awareness. My daughters have self-awareness. They could see my dysfunctional behavior and they brought it to me.
Right.
They could see how I was behaving and they said, hey, mom, this is not good. You need to work on that. And because I have self-awareness, I was able to go, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Let's work on it. Let me talk to someone about it. But before women become bored, or when they do become bored, Temi, they need to understand so much about themselves. People lack that understanding in general. We don't have enough education of self-awareness around. We
Right.
don't. We are not all equipped with this. We're not all coaches. Before me becoming a coach, what was I? I was a victim.
True,
I was a
true.
victim for many, many, many years and many things, and I thought life was happening to me. and I was bored. My ex-husband was working on the company. He wasn't home at all. I was bringing up the girls on my own, and I was bored. And I
Mm.
didn't have any kind of self-awareness.
Mhm.
I was not working. I did nothing in life but look after the girls. Look, I was bored, not bored. The word that I want to say is emotionally empty.
Mhm.
I was emotionally empty, not bored. There was so much things to do, but
But
but my emotions were, my cup was so empty.
wow.
I just had emptiness everywhere. And I needed the support and the attention of my man, my husband, which I didn't get because he was so busy and he had other priorities in life. So the word that it's not boredom, because as you said, there's so much to do, there's so many things that we can always do. If
Mhm.
we want to put our mind into it, if we just watch TV, if we clean the house, if we go out to get groceries, if the day is finished.
Right.
But it's not that we're bored, more than we are actually emotionally empty. And
Empty.
women cannot live empty. We are going to fill that void with something. We have to. We are emotional beings, especially women.
Yeah.
Men are more logic,
Right.
men are more like, okay, let's do that. Women are like, no, let me feel, let me connect, let
Right.
me do this. So this is where we lack. And that's why women go and cheat, because they are emotionally empty or emotionally deprived.
Wow. Okay.
I
So
want to add to that
Yeah,
if you eventually arrive at that place where you are emotionally empty, you
mm,
can equally not create with all the resources around you. If you are emotionally empty, you cannot be creative.
mhm. Mm.
I hear Temi was saying, give the woman this and she'll multiply and give it back to you. If you are emotionally empty, you can't multiply. You have nothing from your side to support what you are getting to multiply that,
that's
Mm.
right.
so that it goes to the next level.
Yeah,
That's number one. Number two, in some relationships, there is no giving as well. You
Right.
know, you don't get anything for you to multiply it to begin with.
That's even bad. Not,
Yes. So
wow.
that's also something, that our counterparts need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
If the woman comes, is there a vision? Um, what are you giving me to be able to support you so that we take this further? Um, like, if you give her a house, she comes around and gives you a home.
Mm-hmm.
If you give her a seed, she comes around and gives you a child. you
Right.
know so what are you bringing for me to be
What are
able
you
to,
doing?
yeah, to be able to work on it? I think those are, the small contributions that I want to make to that. In just coming up with some sort of a joke, they were saying, if you give a man a steak to prepare, only he will eat that day, because he will go get it ready and finish it. It's done. But if you give that one steak to the woman, she's probably gonna cut it up in 100 pieces, and there's gonna be a stew, and everybody will have something.
Community.
Yeah, everybody will have something to eat. So that's how wise we are. Give it to the woman; she will be able to multiply it in so many ways. But give something.
Give something. I
Yes,
People will listen to us now and they will think we're talking because we're women. We're talking because it's a fact. We're
yes.
talking, this is actually a fact. It's been proven that women, they have this multiplying effect. They will always multiply and increase you and better you. But what you said, Liz, also is very vital. What are you giving? So if a woman is cheating, apart from if the woman is promiscuous, we know that. So I don't know if there's something like that still, promiscuous, because in the olden days they used to say some women are, I bet they are. And that's a condition that could be treated, if you have the condition, and I hope you know. But I want to go on a quick break. We have just few minutes to go. I want Heidi to tell us how she transited from that vacuum, emotional vacuum, and then she crossed the barrier. And that's going to be, we'll be back. Welcome back on the show. We are talking about why women cheat. It's been established that women cheat, but there is a reason why they cheat. And it sounds from what I'm hearing from everyone is that men cheat, and sometimes there's just no reason, no cost, no cause. They just cheat because they got a because they are hunters, because they come back to the primitive ideas. When the women grow, women evolves. But Heidi, you've been through this emotional vacuum, which is one of the reasons why women cheat. Why did you not cheat? Why?
I had well, basically that didn't cross my mind. I had religious values, it didn't really, none of that crossed my mind ever, because I did have religious values. I believed in God, and I believed in holy marriage, and that, if you're with a man, you're with the man forever till you die, or just forever hold your silence, just sit there, so this is why I wouldn't, or I didn't, when I was in that place and space. But as well, I was also sick, so I had other things to worry about, other than thinking about going to cheat. I had nappies to change for myself and my daughters. I had balance, because I couldn't balance myself, in standing up or sitting down or any of that. I had, problems with migraines and optic nerve damage, and I was extremely sick for many years, and so cheating was not something on the table. It's just something that never really occurred. Or I actually have an issue that I don't have any men interest. I've said that before a few times, and I'm saying it again. I don't have any man interested, has ever been interested, since ever my husband, my only boyfriend. He was my only boyfriend, my husband, and then nothing after that. So this is what this is what's happening. So I'm just lucky that I never had this kind of interaction.
Wow.
But yeah, but in terms of feeling the emotions, the void, I basically filled it with from within. Within.
What does that mean?
That means, what do I really need? I need support. I'll find it inside.
All
I
right.
need strength. I'll find it from inside.
Fantastic. Got it.
Yeah. So self-generated, but it's not really self. It's really connecting to the source, to God.
Fantastic.
It's really depending on that kind of power. Let me hold your hand, God. Let me get my power from you, because I understand that there is no other power as powerful as this. So I'm just going to hold on to this, and I'm going to charge from there. So I basically unplugged from the world, and I plugged into God.
Fantastic. That is amazing. And I hope people can just derive that wisdom from there, because really a lot of people, it's been said that 40% are in a relationship that they're not even happy. They like tenants or co-partner, whatever it is. So ultimately, it's only God that will never ever leave you, that will never ever forsake you. So you cheating is not the answer to the vacuum that you might feel in. Find something else to find support system, find good friends, good family, counseling, whatever, and God ultimately, and you will be fulfilled. That's the only one that will fulfill you. But I think it's been a robust topic today, and
Yes.
we're waiting for the comment again from the people. Are we one-sided? We're not. I think we've done a bit of justice to this. I'm going to give us kudos.
Great.
Whatever. We're going to see you again next week with an amazing topic.
I
People,
think before we go,
yes,
I really just want to draw the attention of the people who are listening to us to
yes.
please hear the open invitation that came from Heidi, that there has been no interest.
What is that?
If
I
there is
mean,
interest, please come forward. Let's talk about it. And, 'cause it's out in the open now. So we may as well
Well, there you
entertain
go.
it. Yes, it's out in the open. Heidi said she said that before. So let Heidi not repeat again that there has been
oh,
no
I got what
interest.
you mean. I got what you mean.
If
No,
there
I
is interest, please come forward.
come forward if you're interested
We've
in my.
got a
I'm
beautiful
the
lady.
manager. I'm the manager. You see me first, and I'll tell you all.
Temi.
So talk to me. We see you next week,
Yes,
guys. My friend
there
is
she
precious.
is. Look at her in all her splendor and glory.
Ivy is precious, by the way. She's too much. So maybe
Thank you.
to get a standard of this level, that could be the issue. But anyway, talk to me, and
Yeah, yeah.
I will set
We are not judgmental, and we're not gonna judge. Just come forward, and let's have the conversation, the analysis, and everything that
okay.
needs to be done, so that you
Thank
know.
you. Thank you, my sister manager. We see you next week, guys. Gotta go. My
Thank
sister
you.
manager.
Bye.
Tata. Bye bye. Bye for now.